Bueno, gente, aquí estamos en la parte 2 de la que hablaba al final de la parte 1. Vamos para adelante.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Gone!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Yeah.
he'd simply missed a memo.
Vamos. Briefing room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Mierda, igual en la de la derecha había más camino ahora, ¿no? Bueno, da igual, vamos por aquí, ¿no? Igual que aquí se abrieron las escaleras hacia abajo, igual en la otra. Aida.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Ok.
Oh no, no. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
A ver si es verdad que te vas a estar callado. Hay más cosas que antes, ¿no? Esto antes no estaba, o sí, igual sí. Esto no estaba arriba. No, igual sí que estaba, sí, ¿no? Me está diciendo que no va a decir nada, en serio. Esto parece una ficha de dominó. Hostia, no está diciendo nada, tío. Dios mío. Di algo, perro. Tengo todo el día. A pagar un trago de agua. Con toda la calma. Rico. Entonces, ¿qué? No dice nada el pesado. Vale, el uno también se agacha. ¿Por qué hace así? Por estar pegado a la pared, sí. Y no dice nada, tío. Qué puto milagro. Voy a salir ahora. Oh, no. Not again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Es que antes no llegué a avanzar, en la de abajo. Voy por abajo otra vez. Porque me quedé quieto con toda la zumbadura del monólogo ese. Voy a ir otra vez.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Hostia, es un bucle este.
Made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself,
a esto se refería antes.
This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that it had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
No se repiten, aquí ya no está el café tirado.
To have finally found an answer.
Ah, sí, está aquí.
His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his
Hostia, me estoy volviendo loco yo de verdad.
thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake
What
up
a
soon.
wonderful
I'll go
world.
back to my boring real life
And I
of pushing
thought to
buttons. I
myself,
may as well enjoy this while I'm
what
still
a
lucid.
wonderful
So
world.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was
69
describing itself being considered by
HZ27C.
Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Esta no pone lo de los
He would
lunes.
prove it. He would prove that he
Who
was in
died?
control, that
Puede
this
ser que
was a
ponga.
dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through
What
with
a
this
wonderful
dream. I
world.
wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Qué pesadito
Please,
ese.
it's all I want. I want my apartment.
Por no avanzar antes, coño, no me di cuenta de que era un bucle este, tío.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Me cago en la puta. Casi la lío, hostia.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Ya apareció, meta a la calle.
This
Todo
is the
drogado.
story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose,
Mariella se despertó en un día cualquiera.
and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through
Ay, vaya por Dios.
town talking and
Creía que
screaming
igual
to
lo podía
himself,
saltar.
then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
No.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Me cago en tu puta calavera, tío. Vámonos, venga. Hostia. ¿Dónde?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment 127 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
1327 cajas de no sé qué puta mierda. ¿Qué dice este? O sea que ahora sí que tengo que ir por la derecha, ¿no? Al almacén. ¿O qué? Tengo que ir probando todas las puertas, que a lo mejor alguna se abre, ¿no? Que ya probé todas.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Voy al almacén, venga.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personal? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Antes no hice eso, ya te digo. ¿Qué hay aquí? Voy al almacén, es que quiero ir... Perdón, quiero ir al almacén, tío. Tengo ganas de ir al puto almacén, tío, pero... ¿Qué hago?
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Lleva un ascensor, tío. Get back on track. ¿Por aquí ya vine o no? No, voy a pillar el ascensor este.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
No puedo hacer otra cosa.
Oh, no.
Hostia, qué susto, tío. Qué susto me dio, tío. ¿Por qué me asusté tanto con eso, tío? Hostia, tío. Me cago en mi puta calavera, tío. Qué susto más tonto, tío.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Sí, sin duda. El que peor rollo da. Hostia.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back.
Fire. ¿Quién? El 104.
Kidding. It's all rubbish now. The whole story
Yes.
completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
Y los que están... Mierda.
Okay, from the top.
Mierda, no me fijé. El que está despedido aparece en la cámara igual. Y ahora que va a volver a sonar el teléfono, tío. Qué puta locura es esta, tío.
All of his co-workers were
No.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Es que...
When Stanley... Wait.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere?
I didn't change shit, man.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, I want to find the story, man. Where the fuck should I go? Estas dos están conectadas. Vale. Estas son las de siempre. Sí. Y estas dos están conectadas. Sí. Voy por esta.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I
Nope.
find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Me cago en tus muertos. Pesado eres, hostia, deja de reiniciar el juego, tío. Déjame salir. Dios, Stanley va a acabar saltando por la ventana.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
No me deja
Stanley
interactuar.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Esto siempre hizo ruido. Déjame saltar por la ventana, por favor. Ahora sí, vale. No, en estas no me deja. Hostia, qué paranoia. Sí, siempre me dejó, ¿no? No me deja. Ya no me deja interactuar con nada, tío. Rompí el puto juego. Por pesado, tío. Por puto pesado. Hostia. Aquí algo cambia. ¿O me lo pareció a mí? Ese es el cable que estaba en la sala esa de mantenimiento. Bueno, de las escobas y de todo eso. What?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I
Yeah.
might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Pues abre. No me deja interactuar con nada, tío. Hostia. Hostia, estoy viendo cosas, tío. Me estoy volviendo loco, de verdad, tío. Me pareció que se había movido esa escalera, tío, y por ahí algo arriba, tío. Buah, estoy fatal, ¿eh? Está poniendo muy mal de los nervios este juego. Que tengo que volver a mi oficina.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The
What?
story. Here it comes.
Oh, ¿qué coño dices?
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Hostia, se acaba de convertir en el Resident Evil 7 de repente esto.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't
Sí, la
quite
historia
recall
de
whether
Alan
it
Wake, a
takes
lo mejor.
place in
Pero...
an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yippee!
Congratulations!
Winner, winner,
Today
chicken
you did a
dinner.
lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Thank you, man.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
¿Cómo coño llegué aquí,
Okay,
tío? Si ya no hay
I'm getting
puertas.
weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Go fuck yourself, man. Qué puto juegazo, tío. ¿Qué coño? Y ahora me dibuja una línea. No te dervíes, Stanley, que estás medio para allá. Hostia, qué bueno, tío. Stanley, ¿todo bien o qué?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Trademark. ¡Qué bueno! Y tiene el simbolillo de trademark ahí, qué grande, tío. Hostia, es tan fatal, tío. ¿Cómo? Hostia, acaba de abrirse una puerta nueva. Me gusta. ¿Qué era el solitario? Sí, ves. Joder, qué vista tengo, Hemos salido de dudas. Pues voy a seguir la línea, venga, me apetece. A ver qué
You
pasa.
see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we
Obviamente.
implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Uf, me perdí
A bit weird
muchísimo,
back
tío.
there? Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Qué bueno, qué guapo este. Está muy alto, igual está muy alto, ¿no? Para mí está altísimo, tío. Estoy quedando sordo, me cago en tu puta madre, baja la música, tío. Cojones. Hostia, me cago en tu puta calavera.
Music? Go back
Gracias.
and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't
Esto.
want to miss anything.
Puto lecho en una maceta gigante blanca y con un borde negro. No sé qué cojones quieres que memorice, idiota. Solo los huevos, vale.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Hostia, ahora puedo ir por aquí.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we
Ahí
trusted
está.
you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
¡No! Hijo de puta. Seguían igual, ¿no? No había ningún despedido nuevo. Joder, no lo vi todo. Creía que iba a estar más tiempo ahí.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Me parece bien.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
Esto no tiene
Whatever it
sentido.
might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Esto no acaba de tener sentido ninguno.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No line.
¿Cómo cojones es esto posible?
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
No tiene sentido. No, voy a hacer cachillos de media hora, 40 minutos o así. Dos puertas, ¿por cuál vamos?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Holy shit.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written...
¡Cállate, coño, tío! Hostia, qué pesado eres, joder. Estoy intentando leer esto y el pavo comiéndome la oreja, tío, todo el puto camino, tío.
This thing, wall... Well,
Narrador reinicia. Primer reinicio. Descubre que la habitación de las dos puertas ahora tiene muchas puertas. Pero eso no fue en el primer reinicio.
no, it can't be.
Cuando pasó lo de las muchas puertas...
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
El narrador reinicia.
Stopped? Does that
Narrador reinicia la partida, quinto reinicio. El narrador se olvida de los reinicios
whatever
anteriores.
it is that made this schedule?
Stanley intenta jugar la historia, pero no se lo permite.
Someone come for
No puede ir a ninguna parte ni hacer nada. La partida se reinicia sola. Vuelve a encontrar la línea. Empieza a seguir la línea. Encuentra una réplica idéntica de la oficina que se empezó a deteriorar. Intenta inventar una historia aquí, el narrador. Ya no hay oficina, espacio negro, deambula por la oscuridad, encuentra una línea, abúrrete y vete, el narrador reinicia y ya no hay narrador. Cago en su puta madre, tío, es que no se puede estar en todo. Se puede estar en misa y repicando. ¿Y ahora qué? Las cajas.
And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Las cajas que decían, y habrá las 1327 eran, ahora 1237. Hostia, qué cojones. Sí que las hay. Mire, por allí, mogollón más. Pff. Ahora tengo que seguir. Stanley quiere seguir la historia, pero no se lo permite, o algo así era el rol.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Voy a seguir la historia, ¿eh? Aquí no hay cajas, ¿no?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Tips for no getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work. No sé qué, no sé cuánto. Y le puso tablones, tío, al puto rollo este, tío. Qué imbécil, tío. Menudo gilipollas. Voy para arriba.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Venga, vamos a la oficina del jefe. Executive Bathroom. Hostia, aquí no podía entrar antes. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the bosses chose. The boss chose. O sea, porque el jefe sabe que lo que dice el jefe va a misa, ¿no? Por decirlo de alguna manera. Entonces, si el jefe sufre pérdidas, entonces es lo que el jefe ha elegido, ¿no? Lo que quería. O algo así, no sé, no lo acabo de entender muy bien. Echa una meada, Stanley, tío, que llevamos aquí dando vueltas 1 hora y media. ¿Quién te ha dicho que cerrar la puerta? Me cago en... ¡Hostia! Puedo abrir esto. Eso es un panda. Apuntando con una pistola a un panda. Business Strategy. Pues muy bien. Si te lo digo. Al mismo cuadro otra vez. Ya lo doy para abajo. Yo no veo altavoces, ¿eh? ¿De dónde está saliendo esa música, hijos de puta? Qué nervio, qué tensión, por el amor de Cristo, ¿qué está pasando aquí? Hostia, no tiene pies, tío. Pues nada, nos quedamos aquí a vivir en el ascensor, ¿no? Tan 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 tan. ¿Esa voz qué? Ta ta tan tan ta 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 ta. Yo no soy el que está tarareando. ¿Qué puta mierda pasa aquí? Estamos en el mismo fucking sitio. Te, 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 ten, 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 ten. Solo quería escuchar la musiquilla otra vez, ¿eh? No. Otra vez el mismo puto sitio. Cojo. ¿Qué pasa ahí, no? ¿Hay un eclipse o qué pasa? Uy, qué mal rollito.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Where? Ah. Hostias. Esta oficina está guapa, ¿eh? Digo, igual les sobraba unos cuantos metros de altura, ¿no? Pero de aquí se sacan como 4 pisos.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion.
Esto era lo que decía antes, de que podíamos viajar ahí a no sé dónde y salvar aquí el mundo, no sé qué hostia decía. Era esto.
In his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Están dando espacio soy yo, para darle...
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Hmm.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What the fuck? Solo me dio curiosidad. Espero que no me pegue un susto. Voy a bajar el volumen. Por si acaso.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No. No me fío de vosotros. Antes me dijisteis que estaba parcheado.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Antes me dijiste que no podía saltar del ascensor y se podía, hijo de puta. Y fue la primera muerte. Así que no me fío un pelo. Pues sí que era así como haría, ¿eh? Ah, no. ¿Qué te dije?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Hostia, es una miniatura del rollo. Diagrama de la oficina. Ahí está el rollo de Stanley. Por ahí sale, está. Por aquí viene, sí, es donde están las dos puertas. Hostia, tiene escrito, a ver, espera. Este plano muestra la oficina del comienzo del juego. El camino desde la oficina de Stanley hasta las dos puertas fue la primera parte del juego que se construyó. A lo largo del desarrollo se agregaron y se modificaron distintas secciones, pero el diagrama fundamental es casi idéntico a la primera versión. Pasillo. El ritmo de la sección inicial era crucial para el juego. El pasillo se movió y se modificó para que los jugadores llegaran a las dos puertas en un buen tiempo. Las dos puertas. Y lo sabía. El escenario de las dos puertas abiertas fue la primera pieza concreta del diseño de The Stanley Parable. Una vez que se creó esta habitación, el resto del juego surgió como una extensión, una exploración de la contradicción que se planteaba aquí. Qué bueno, tío. La oficina. Archivadores. Como mola el eco, tío. Computadoras de la oficina, güey. Employee Database. Hostia, ahí estoy cargando ahí que... Hombre, esto era Windows 95, ¿no? Por lo menos. Créditos. En serio. Sonidos de botones. Selección de los sonidos que se utilizan en el juego cuando se oprimen botones. En cada uno de ellos se combina un tono sintetizado con el sonido que se produce al presionar un teclado. Diseño de modelo. Los créditos. Ahí os los dejo por si los queréis ver. Hostia, ¿cuánto va? De 45, me cago en la hostia. A ver que avanzar o algo que no se me va a cortar, joder. Oficina del jefe. O sea, son unos créditos, qué manera más guapa, ¿no? De meter los créditos del juego. Reloj de la oficina. Trabajo, ¿no? No avanzó nada, tío. O sí. Igual sí. No sé. Perdón, ando tocado de la garganta, como ya dije antes. Bueno, en la primera parte. Aún no me curé. Sala de mantenimiento. Una versión inicial de la sala de mantenimiento. Sé que la habitación de los monitores. Fan. With flags. Zona de guerra. Bueno. Las primeras etapas del desarrollo diseñamos un final en el que Stanley terminaba en un campo de batalla luchando contra alienígenas. El juego de acción cobraba conciencia y le declaraba la guerra al narrador. Poco después de empezar a construirlo nos dimos cuenta de que era demasiado jocoso y literal para el tono del juego. Además, algunas personas interpretaban que nos burlábamos de los amantes de los juegos de disparos y eso no era nuestra intención. Alien Base, hostia, se hubiera estado loquísimo, tío, hubiera estado hostia de guapo. Dentro de todas las... From Sibula, Final Warning. There is a skeleton inside of you. There are more skeletons in this world than human. Am I Stanley? Are you spying on me? Correos electrónicos al narrador. Después de presentar el segundo avance, le pedimos a la gente que le enviara preguntas por correo electrónico al narrador. Planeábamos usarlas en otros materiales publicitarios, pero nunca les encontramos el lugar adecuado. Aquí puedes encontrar una selección de esos correos electrónicos. How do you stay in shape? Michael The Rock Martin. Hostia, La Roca mandando preguntas aquí a Stanley Parable. Dwayne Johnson. La sala de los empleados, una versión inicial. Vaya mierda de versión. El teléfono, que no se puede contestar. El cronómetro del apartamento. Una versión anterior de la elección que conduce al final del departamento. Un cronómetro te daba 15 segundos para atender el teléfono. Si no atendías, llegabas a otro final. Hostia. Pero qué puta locura es esta, tío. Two options, vent, one option. Sala de reuniones, briefing room. Te estoy perdidísimo. ¿Dónde coño estoy, tío? ¿Qué es esto? Final Zen. En esta captura se muestra una versión inicial del final conocido como Final Zen, que luego se descartó y se combinó con otra parte del juego, tío. Qué fumaos, tío. Se acaba de esconder una movida ahí. ¿Qué tiene? ¿Sensor de proximidad o qué? Sí, mira. ¿Qué coño era eso? Hostia, yo a esos sitios no he llegado.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Paga tu PlayStation. Es exclusivo de PlayStation este juego, no creo, ¿no? O sea, detectó que estoy jugando en una PlayStation, lo cual tampoco es complicado, pero bueno. Otra puta vez, tío, no puede ser, tío. Pero qué locura es esta. Bueno, pero voy a dejar aquí la segunda parte de esta zumbadura. Hostia, 50 minutos al final, guay. Quedó ahí una buena parte. Parte justo cuando digo, van a ser de media hora, 40 minutos, toma una horita casi. Bueno, en fin. Pues nada, creo que hoy lo voy a dejar por aquí. Igual mañana sigo grabando y otro par de partes y tal. O vuelvo a empezar, o no sé qué coño está pasando, la verdad, pero bueno, es lo bonito de este juego, me imagino. Así que nada, nos vemos en la tercera parte, gente. Adiós.